Hey guys, Lifestyle here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much guys for clicking. Thank you for choosing to watch this channel. Today's video we are going to talk about locks, of course. But we are going to talk about the starter locks, if you are starting locks. And why I'm talking about this is because one of you guys asked me a question about swimming. I didn't know that question was going to come. I'm like, oh my goodness. So somebody said, Umato Lifestyle, can you swim with your locks? I was like, boom. Something like this actually happened to me. Let me tell you a little bit of story. When I started my locks, when they were so tiny, I can say about 2 months. Actually 2 months. They were starter locks and they were 2 months. So we went swimming. We were on vacation and then we went swimming. You cannot believe what happened to my locks. When I got into the water, I swam. I was enjoying swimming. When it comes to the time for me to come out, I looked at my locks. They were apart. Like all my locks have, like I didn't have locks anymore. So everybody was looking at me like, wait a minute, Moto, what happened to your hair? I'm like, what? It's like, your locks are not there. You just literally have hair. I was so shocked. So I was so happy when one of you guys asked me this question because it's something that happened to me. So I wanted to answer you and to tell you exactly what happened to my locks. So my locks came apart and I was like, and I spent a lot of money, doing these locks. I was like, oh my goodness, what am I doing? I was so embarrassed. It was so bad. So that's what I'm telling you. I'm answering you. If you have the kind of my hair, guys, I'm talking to somebody who has the kind of my hair. We all have different hair. That's why I keep insisting on my channel. My hair type is not your type. Your hair texture is not my texture. So definitely this one, it depends on your hair. So I'm talking specifically about what happened to me, my experience. Remember, these locks have been here for 2 years. So from knowing nothing about locks until 2 years, at least I know something about the locks, okay? So I'm telling you something that I know, that's something that happened to me. So I want you guys to grow with me. I want you to tell you exactly what I know about locks, growing these locks of mine. So when somebody asks a question about swimming and it's something that happened to me, I was so happy to answer you. Yes, guys, all I can tell you, for me, I would never swim with my locks when I'm starting my locks, the starter locks. Swimming with the starter locks to me is a no. Another thing why I would never swim with my locks is because it's gonna take a whole lot of time again to go back to the loctician to do my hair again or to lock my hair again. When I'm going back there, remember what? It's going to take a very long time for the locks again to, to coil or to retreat or to come together, because you already wasted your time the first time. And the second time you're going back to the loctician. Remember, the more you go, the journey of your locks are going to be prolonged. It's going to be a long time for your journey, for your locks to lock again. Okay, another thing that why I don't want to swim again with my locks when I'm starting my locks, it's because it's going to waste my money. Guys, doing these locks, especially starter locks, is going to be pricey. So the moment you mess your locks and then you're going back to the loctician, guess what? You are going to pay again as you're coming a new client. So you can't go there and start saying, oh, I was here last time, you did my locks and then they came apart and I'm coming back. Please, can you do that? Hell no. You have to pay again. So that's a chunk of money that you have wasted within in the time of between 1 month or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 3 months. You have thrown that into the pool simply because of swimming, and then you have to pay again to restart your locks, and that means it's going to take a long time again, times 2 for your locks again to start forming. So that's why I would never swim with my locks if I were to start my locks now. Another thing that is going to happen, I'm talking about money. Of course, you're going to waste the money. That means you're going to pay again. Another thing that is going to happen is that, guys, you are going to waste your time. Who has time to do this? And as you know, when you go to a loctician, it's not like you're going to be sitting there for 1 hour. You know, it's not like you're going to sit. You might sit there even for 3 to 4 hours, you know, doing your locks. Especially if you're doing your sister locks, you're doing, you know, we have all this kind of locks. So it depends on what kind of locks you're going to do. So that means you're going to be wasting your precious time that you could have used your time to do something else. So it's going to be like a boring thing, and then going back and doing it again. So it's going to be a waste of time. Another thing that is going to do to you guys is mental health. I don't know why we keep forgetting about mental health. You know, by the time you're thinking like, oh my goodness, my locks came apart, I have to go back again and redoing it again. You know, your mental health is like, wang, wang, wang. So you are not going to be okay, you know, thinking that journey of going back to the loctician and doing it again. You know, it comes with embarrassment, like when you're going to tell the loctician, you know, I was swimming and then my locks came apart. No, 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 no. So to me, for those ones who ask this question, to be sincere, I'm not gonna swim with my locks. And I'm gonna make another video to tell you why I don't even swim with my long locks, but I'm gonna give you tips on how you can swim with locks. But for me, if I were you and I'm starting the locks, I am going to use protective gear. Okay. There's so many protective gear that you can put on your locks before you can get into the water. Make sure your locks are tight enough so when you get into the water, they don't want your locks to come apart. So you can purchase or find something that you can wrap on your locks if you are really the kind of person who wants to swim. But if you can avoid swimming, go ahead and just wait until your locks are maybe locked, or maybe until the time at least you can wrap something. But if you really bad that you want to go to swim, or you are caught up like me, I was caught up. We went on vacation and I really wanted to get into the water. I didn't know best because I didn't have even the gear to cover my locks. So I thought, oh, I'm gonna go in the water and then I'm gonna come and my locks gonna be okay. Nah, I was so wrong. I was so wrong. My locks were just like, did I even have locks? I was just sleeping in my bed in my hotel, and I was just laughing. And then I woke up in the morning and then I was just laughing when I was looking at the mirror. I'm like, Umoto, where in the world are your locks? Girl, where did you leave your locks? And my family member were just laughing at me. And can you imagine, my hair, it was like crazy. So it forced me to go and find a wig. Yes, girl, I had to spend extra money to go to the shop and find a wig because it was an emergency. I cannot walk with that with my hair not locked, and it looks so bad. So I had to spend extra money. Can you imagine? Which was not on the budget, to go get at least some kind of wig so that I can cover my head. That was a disaster that happened to me when I was swimming with my locks. So my sister was asking this question: if I were you, or if I am, I'm not gonna go to the water with my starter locks, especially when they're really new, buried 3 months or 2 months or 2 weeks. I'm not, because they're gonna come apart and they're gonna explode. Another thing that happened to my locks is, like, when I came out, my locks had a different color. I'm like, what happened? My hair has a different color. So that means where we were swimming in the pool, there was chlorine in there in the pool, and my locks had some kind of oil. So that mixture of oil, of chlorine, and the mixture that was on my head, the oil, it mixed together. It turned my locks into grayish color. Oh my goodness, guys. I cannot even believe that happened to me. So you can imagine how vulnerable I was. So that's why I'm here to discourage anybody who is starting your locks. Please do not get into the pool with your locks. If you can, or if you really want to go, make sure you find a protective gear that's going to protect your locks. So that is something that happened to me. It's not something that I'm getting out of the moon. It's something that happened to me. So I learned my lesson, okay? So I hope I answered your question. And I'm gonna make another video about my locks, swimming with my long locks, okay? Wait for that video. It's coming. Thank you so much, guys, and make sure you don't bypass without subscribing. Oh my goodness. And make sure you leave me that sweet comment down there because of your comments. Now I had to find this comment and now I'm answering. You see the goodness of comments. Okay, make sure you give it a little like and thumbs up, and don't forget to turn on your notification. That's how you know when I'm posting another video from me to you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.